again, everyone. I'm Paul the Nitro Skivers, and welcome to this edition of the Nitro Corner. Today is Saturday, and it's time for part one of our weekend report, the Smackdown report. So let's get right into it. Smackdown opened up with a Money in the Bank promo, participant promo. It featured Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, Wade Barrett, Kane, Daniel Bryan, Sin Cara, Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes. Now that's just 7 of the 8 participants in the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. The 8th participant came out swinging a chair and cleared the ring, and that was Sheamus. Sheamus made no bones about it, saying that he will win the Money in the Bank ladder match and then cash it in that night and win the World's Heavyweight title. So, and then later he stated that he wanted Randy Orton one-on-one tonight. This brings out Christian, who says that this Sunday the screw jobs are going to be over, and he thanks Sheamus for ripping up the contract because his legal team, boy, legal teams seem to be popular these days. His legal team put up a new contract that's already been signed, stating that if Randy Orton gets disqualified or there's some biased officiating, Christian will become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Sounds interesting, huh, Christian? Let's play the legal loophole game, huh? Well, and that he will win the he'll win the world title at the Money in the Bank match. Teddy Long comes out and makes the main event tonight, Randy Orton versus Sheamus, for later on that night on SmackDown. Moving on now, the first bout of the night sees Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase defeat Daniel Bryan and Ezekiel Jackson, as now Ted DiBiase has scored a pinfall victory over the Intercontinental Champion Ezekiel Jackson. Ezekiel needs to get back on the right track against these two people in order to keep his Intercontinental title. Moving on, there was a recap of Mark Henry attacking the Sound Tech guy. There's now a rumor, according to SmackDown, of criminal charges and a lawsuit pending against Mark Henry, in addition to maybe some fines and suspensions. Well, that seemed to motivate Mark Henry, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Next up, Mr. Raj Mahal, I think that's his first name, I keep forgetting it, defeats Trent Beretta. Mr. Mahal needs to start taking on better competition if he wants to stay on track as becoming one of the hot newcomers on the SmackDown roster. Next up, in a mild upset, AJ defeats Tamina. Who books this stuff? That wasn't even a wrestling match. Was it not a wrestling match to you? AJ is not ready to be a wrestler, folks. Even if she has Natalya Neidhart in her corner, she is not ready to be a wrestler. How many blown spots have I seen out of that? You need to get some more training, girl, before you go back into the ring. Also, there was tension between Tamina excuse me, and Alicia Fox. Now, that would be an interesting situation to explore. Next up, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, scored a victory over Kane thanks to the world's strongest slam. It seems like being threatened with a lawsuit certainly has even motivated Mark Henry even more, made him even more dangerous. Now he'll face the Big Show at Money in the Bank. Next up, Sin Cara scored a victory over Tyson Kidd. It was an okay match. Sin Cara will hopefully make an immediate splash at the Money in the Bank ladder match. Next up, the Uso brothers defeat Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater. Seems like there's a rivalry going on between those two teams. Next up, the recap of the Cena McMahon Let's Drink the Kool-Aid promo. I'm skipping it. It's stupid. And by the way, Monday on the Nitro Opinion, I'll give you the latest update on CM Punk, as he was reinstated, of course, this past Monday on Raw. But there was something interesting that came out this past weekend. I will announce that on Monday here on the Nitro Corner in my Nitro Opinion. Next up, the main event. Randy Orton scored a disqualification victory over Sheamus thanks to Christian's interference. Sheamus got really PO'd, knocked out Christian with that with that Braum kick, just knocked him out cold, son. And then he got caught in the RKO. Orton raises the belt. And that ended SmackDown for this week. Overall, SmackDown was a okay show with Orton versus Sheamus in the main event was okay, and couple of okay tag team matches and some singles bouts. So SmackDown, a little iffy this week, but it's okay. I think they need to step it up a little bit to make it a good show. Well, that's it for part 1 of the Weekend Report. I will be back in just a little bit with part 2 of the Weekend Report, the Nitro Top 10. A very interesting top 10 to say the very least. And a surprise number 1, a first in the Nitro Top 10. Until then, I'm Paul the Nitro Scover saying we'll see you in part 2. So long, everybody.